We're on the front lines and we know what the kids need. Often the decisions that are made for us are made by people that haven't actually been to our classroom or know our kids or know us.
You know, there are certain learning outcomes that the state wants, the city wants, your principal wants.
We still have to adhere to the getting your numbers up, making sure we have enough numbers to so the school can run.
Kids are going from grade to grade, and the achievement gap, or whatever you want to call it, is just growing. You know, the holes in their education, they're getting larger.
It should be just common sense that the people we're serving is who we should be focused on and how to help them, not how to make them what we think they should be. It's common sense.
We at the Pittsburgh Foundation believe public education is critical to a vibrant democracy. What can we do to help educators to change public education so that it meets the needs of all of our children? What we are trying to do is foster a belief that schools that put students in the center of the world and surround students with everything they could possibly need to grow and thrive and love and succeed, those schools will fly. And this is a toolkit. In November 2014, we invited 22 highly motivated teachers and administrators from the Pittsburgh Public Schools to change how they interact with students in their classrooms, their schools, and their communities. The seminar began with an immersive theater experience.
Yeah. Why don't you come on over to me, oh Missy? Get off my stool!
Can you see anything? Sure. We asked them to be blindfolded and to engage the first person they encountered. The idea was, how do you change perspective? How do you put someone in an uncomfortable situation and at the same time encourage them to engage? We are about to start an adventure together. Please dress comfortably. Please wear comfortable shoes.
If you woke up this morning, bound and determined to change things, I would like to encourage you to embrace the title of being a designer. In the practice of this thing we're calling human-centered design.
Human-centered design is a toolkit from the corporate world to create better products. We believe this could be very helpful to teachers as they try to design a new way of working with their students.
It's not a formulaic thing. It's not a, you do this, you do this, you do this, and bam, you got automatic, innovative stuff. Change happens, right? Magic wand for change agents. Yeah.
Human-centered design really allows us to focus on the human, which for us is our students.
We need to look at, what does our school really need that supports the students where they can be successful.
3 basic skills this approach is based on. Looking, understanding, last but not least, bringing things to life. And the charge is to everybody in parallel, generate ideas.
We can't recognize this without this.
Exactly.
We can't assess the right way until we recognize this.
Absolutely.
One of the things that was so different about this is that it was like we were playing, like it was fun. We didn't know if we were doing it right, there wasn't a lot of direction, and that was so different, and we learned so much more.
That fluid way of thinking is really important when you're changing something.
We were up and we did a field trip and people were talking and giving ideas and we're drawing and sketching, and it was just, it was amazing. And I think every educator should have the opportunity to experience something like that.
If you can figure out how to change what goes on with your children in that room, you are the most powerful person in the system.
Coming up with ideas, thinking about how this could actually work, it was like truly inspiring.
Like the end result is to become somebody who can participate in the world. So the curriculum should be based upon that as the goal.
When we came up with the Astropreneur Academy, they both looked at me and they're like, we got to do this, right? This is such a great idea, and the name is just like killer. We got to take this and run with it.
Human-centered design is allowing us to identify the things that are important to us, the things that we believe in, the things that we commit to doing for our students, and then it's going to help us plan for what we want it to be here. We're trying to really think broader and bigger.
Each principal, each teacher will bring those tools back and share them in their schools.
Walking in the halls when I first got back in, I kind of thought, how much of that am I going to use? Is that just something that, will be swept under the rug? Or are we going to be actually able to apply some of the things that we learned?
Coming back, my focus absolutely has shifted. And now for me, it's just about making sure these kids have a chance, no matter what they go on to be. So when you guys do your assignment, right, I need to see you feel, what was it again? Tired. I need you to feel, upset, but then it changed, right? So midstream, you can change it up a little bit. My studio is a safe place to learn and be creative. At least that's a small part of their day where they can be themselves, express themselves, and just have a good time.
A lot of what we do now, the fun has been taken away from it for the kids. So I wanted to bring that kind of wonder and curiosity and excitement to the lesson. Their task today was to add more descriptive language to their writing.
Pick words you want to use in your writing. Your secret siesta word is went. A green one.
They had this idea that today we were going to have a word fiesta, that it was a party, and when they came in, they were really excited. And it started it off kind of as like a challenge. They were engaged right away. If I say that's a nice dress, what could I say instead?
Elegant.
Elegant, there's a good one.
I'll help you. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson.
When you give that little bit of time to make it playful and fun, you're not really taking away from the work time. It's just an investment. Thank you, Diego.
Everything we're talking about in planning is focused on what's best for kids. What I particularly liked is that we talked about students' interests, what they're good at, their strengths, right, and how we build these systems around them.
We had a strategic planning meeting, and we replicated much of what we did at Luma.
This is all really messy, and we get to draw and scratch it out and X and put question marks and connect things.
While it's frustrating to not have support or have people give us the answers, it gives us really an opportunity to figure it out ourselves and then tell them what we need or want.
Children are ready to learn. They want that. I'm student first, and as long as I focus on my students and make every decision rooted in them, we're gonna move forward and meet the goals that we set.
There are setbacks, and we know that getting into this situation, and often that's what drew us to this work, that we feel that this is where our place is.
Teaching is so complex. It's so complex because you're dealing with humans. It's a skill to be able to go back to the drawing board and rethink and replan. If every educational leader had that mindset, and then we had monetary things to support us, we could shift education in the whole country. I mean, really, think about it.